Hello guys, welcome to another Mo's World. It has been a while, a long while. A lot has changed, as you all may know, or some may not. Me and my husband did a cross-country move. So we moved from Atlanta, Georgia to California, Long Beach, LA area. And we are very excited about the new. We were being totally obedient to God. We believe that He has led us here. Do we know all the details? No, but we're just excited to be in His will and to do His will for our lives. So anyway, with that being said, today we're going to just do a little vlog. I am getting ready to do my makeup, and then me and my husband, we're gonna go out and just kind of explore things. So we'll just kind of see how it goes, but I'm glad to be back and ready to do some more videos here in California. Show you guys a little bit more about California as I learned myself, and just have a good time. And so yeah, let's get this makeup on so we can get rolling. Alright, so I am done doing my makeup. I'm a little hot after doing my makeup, so I'm just going to use this fan. But I thought we would have a quick little chat while hubby finishes getting dressed about just fear and taking chances and faith and, you know, following the voice of God. With this entire move, like, it has basically taken all of the above for us to do this. Even though, just to tell you a little bit more about myself, even though I grew up in a military family, my dad is a retired Air Force now, and we moved a lot during my upbringing, but we stayed mostly on the East Coast. So although we kind of were up and down on the East Coast, it was still, you know, kind of on the East Coast. So I've never lived on the West Coast. And I've never been too far away from my family. So this was a big step for me, a big challenge. And so, you know, I bring that topic up because it brings up the subject of fear and, you know, walking in the unknown and stepping out on faith. And this move required that. And so I believe that a lot of people could apply this to different situations in life, whether that's a new job or whether that's a new venture that the Lord's leading you to do, starting a new business, going back to school, anything, you know, something different with parenting, whatever. It may cause you to feel a little overwhelmed or unsure or doubtful or scared or fearful. But we have to always remember what God says, that He has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So anyway, so God has given us scriptures and word about fear and anxiety. And that He doesn't want us to have those things. But as long as we know that we're following the voice of God and doing the things that He wants us to do, then we can make those types of moves and not be in fear and trust Him. Not saying that it's going to be easy, not saying that it's going to be like perfect and no hiccups in the road. He never said that it would be easy, but He would be with us through it, and it'll be worth it. And so hopefully I can encourage someone today that if you're on the fence about something, that you know that God is telling you. That's the main thing, is that you know that it is from God, because sometimes we step out and do things out of our own will and out of our own wants. And then if they fall through, here comes disappointment and, you know, blaming God. And He never told us to do them in the first place. So it's important, first of all, to know it's from Him. But if there's something that God is leading you to do, that even if it looks impossible, there is nothing impossible with God, and He will provide the way, the means, and everything that you need. He has fully equipped us with everything we need for every task and everything that He's called us to do. So just trusting and knowing that, and trusting in God, and just following His voice for every step of the way, every instruction is very important. So we're going to jump back in this conversation when I get with Mr. Patterson. I want to hear his take on things, and yeah, let's get to going. Let me show you my outfit for today. All right, so I don't have my long mirror because we gave it away when we moved, so we have to get another one. So I'm gonna have to use the bathroom mirror. But I have a headband that I got, I can't remember, I think Amazon. And then some earrings from Target. And then this black dress that I'm wearing today is from Amazon as well. It's got like little pleats, a Valentino belt. And then, you can't see my boots, I'll have to put a picture. But these little boots come from Rue 21. You know how they have like all the boots on the wall? I finally found some over the knee boots that fit my calves because I have like big calves. So, yeah, and then I have a little cream jacket that I'm going to put on. That's Marc Jacobs, and I'll carry my Louis Vuitton bag. And then I guess I will include the fragrance that I am wearing today, and it is here, Tiffany & Company. It's a really light scent, but I really like it. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna let you check out this beautiful view out here today. It's like, I think 60 degrees. It's so pretty. Let me flip you around. Here's the view this morning. You can see a little bit of fog over there by the mountains, but very pretty view. Very pretty day. The sun is beaming and shining, so we can't wait to get out and enjoy this day. The sun got my skin looking right. Okay, sun. Okay. All right, so we have hit the road and we're out. I'll do a little bit of footage of the scenery, but first I want to get Mr. Patterson involved in this conversation that I was having with you all earlier about, I was talking to them about, like, you know, us moving cross country and how fear can try to come in, and, you know, just being unsure, not knowing what it is that God is doing, and just being able to step out on faith just by His word, you know. And it may not be like a cross country move, but somebody may be dealing with, like, maybe God's telling them to start a new business, or to go to school, or to do something that seems crazy to everyone, because it'll seem crazy to everyone around you. Like, there are people around us that was like, what? You're doing what? You know? And why? And then it seems even more crazy when you say your reason is because God told you to.
Yeah. You know? Wondering if you're crazy or not.
Yeah, they start wondering if you're crazy or not. But, you know, you have to be in a position, you have to have enough confidence in your relationship with God to know when God is speaking to you and when He told you to do something, regardless of whether anybody else understands it. He didn't tell them, He told you.
Yep.
You know? So, what's your thoughts on that, Mr. Patterson?
Give me one question, because you was like saying
I was all over. Yeah. All right, so how would you tell someone, what would be your advice in fighting fear when you're trying to do something that God told you to do and people around you don't understand it?
Well, honestly, I think you narrowed it down when you said, you know, God didn't tell them, He told you. When it comes to a lot of the things that God said, I was just reading this morning about what God told Paul. God told Paul a lot of great things to do, but He called Paul to the Gentiles. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just to give a little bit of that, that's the reason why Paul died. Mm. They wanted to kill him for his purpose of living. Mm. So you have to be sold out to what God has told you. At first, it's just like, you never know, it may be God's whole point of breathing on you to come to this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's moving you closer to your destiny. But most importantly, it's just because He said so. Right. That has to matter to you. That really will be determining factor, of whether you really are He's your Lord or He's your Savior.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, he talked to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't be you know, I know my wife says a lot of times that God may speak to her or whatever. Don't be thrown off by that, because you know God speaks.
He does.
We don't serve a mute God.
Right.
But when he speaks to you, some people, they'll ignore him and they won't do what he says. So the voice of God begins to go away or fade away in their life.
Yep.
But for those who will move, those who will act, those who truly believe, because a belief is not just something in your mind, a belief is an act.
Yeah.
You know, and acting that out, your belief is called faith.
Yeah.
So it's just really walking that thing out, and you really have to hear what everybody else says, give them a hug, love on them, and be like, thank you for your opinion.
And keep it moving and doing what God told you to do.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, you are the one that will be judged based on what you were given to do.
Yes.
Nobody else. You know, we stand before God alone. You know, and it's not how it gonna sound to God. I ain't did it because everybody else told me it sound crazy. I didn't do it because nobody else agreed with it. He's gonna be like, but I'm God of the universe, and I told you to.
You have to. That also lets you know whether other people weigh in heavier than God in your life. I was listening to this one person talk about it, and this is somebody I normally don't listen to. This lady, she said she was out with her family having a good time. They was out at a meal, and all of a sudden everything went black. She said, I know I didn't die, but it was like the voice of God just spoke to her, and it was almost as if she died. And God said, what did you bring me? What did you bring me? And at that moment in her heart, she knew that God wasn't talking about who you brought to me. It's like, what did you bring to me? All the time that she had wasted gossiping, worrying about other people's opinions, all of that stuff was burnt up. What did you bring me? What did you bring me by faith? Who did you bring me by faith? Who did you lead to me by speaking about me when nobody else would? What did you bring me? Only those things are going to matter when we're face to face with God.
Right. I heard so many people say like things like God told them to sell all their stuff and move, or give away your house, or give away your car, or stuff like that. You know, God is looking for people who he can trust to do that. If he is the one who's giving you all of those things in the first place, why would you not? If he gave them to you in the first place, then the person who gave it to you, you're going to go against what they asked you to do with them?
Well, that's the part. What you just said is so major. That's the part. Do you believe that he gave it to you?
Right.
Or do you believe that you own it?
And I think that's what happens a lot of the times, is that people begin to think, as God blesses them with, whether it's stuff or whatever, even with your talents and your gifts, they begin to think that it's theirs. You know, and so now the God that gave them to you no longer weighs in on what to do with it. That's a scary place to be in. You know, so like even moving here, we were like giving away so much stuff, selling so much stuff, giving it up, because that stuff don't mean nothing to us. The same God that gave us things there will give us things here if that's his will. You know,
and let's say this on top of that, what you just said. Excuse me. If you own something that you cannot part with, you don't own it. It owns you.
And I'm gonna say this because I know that a lot of people know how we are about you with sneakers, me with purses and things like that. But I'm gonna tell you, for this move, we gave away
a lot, more
than half of our stuff.
Even the stuff I sold, even the sneakers I sold, I may have paid $400 or $500 for. I got maybe $100, so it still was like giving it away. Right. I didn't worry about it. Right. I gave away a lot, but those that I sold, I just blessed people.
Right. So that is important. Like, that is very important. You know, we like things. Don't get us wrong. You know, love our sneakers, love our purses, love our stuff. You know, but we don't love it above God, and it never will. You know, and so I think that's important for everyone to know too, to have that stuff in its place. You know. So yeah, I think that is just important to know, to follow the voice of God, to do it, being obedient.
And I had a friend that said this. We're very transparent. Where we live was very nice in Atlanta. Where we live was very nice. Had an elevator, all of that stuff. And God blessed us with that. He gave us that. Right. So because we know he gave us that, we also know he called us to LA. Right. Now, coming to LA, it was better for us to get an apartment.
Right.
You know, the prices are way different.
Right.
Plus, we didn't know the areas.
Right.
So it was smarter for us to get an apartment. So I had a friend that said, and this is still, you know, a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He just had to weigh in how he felt about it. He said, do you feel like you've been slighted a bit because you had to give up that beautiful place that you lived and had to move into an apartment? And I said, no, bro, you got the wrong mentality. We didn't move it into an apartment. We moved into obedience.
Right.
What if we would have stayed where God was done with us?
Wow.
What if we would have stayed there? Yeah, it was a beautiful, we would have been like in a museum.
Yeah.
The good thing about museums is they're beautiful, but it speaks of the past.
Right.
They tell you about things that were beautiful,
Right.
things that where God was,
Right.
things that did happen.
Yeah.
Future speaks of things that will.
And we trying to move into the future, honey.
That's it.
We do not want to be stagnant
Yeah.
ever, you know, and that's our hopes for anybody watching, that we can encourage, you know, don't be stagnant, don't be afraid just because it looks like you have to give up stuff.
Yeah.
You know, look who you giving it up for. You can never outdo God.
Yeah.
Never.
What does the scripture say? The scripture says anybody who gives up anything,
Yep.
brother, mother, house, wife,
Yep.
cars, all of that stuff will receive 100-fold in this life and in the life
and
to
in
come.
that's right.
That's a promise.
That's a great promise. That's a great promise. All right, well, we're gonna end that here, and yeah, I hope that blessed someone. I thought that was a good topic.
Yeah,
to just,
definitely. Very
Yeah.
good topic. Very good topic.
and I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of scenery, and we're gonna get to looking at some California views here.
There go.
Let's go. So we're taking a little stop here to IKEA in Burbank, and we're gonna check it out. Yeah, my sister got on the N95 again because those COVID rates are going back up, and I ain't playing no games. So we're just gonna browse around, look at some things. I love IKEA. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, some of their stuff isn't fun putting together, but what's your thoughts on IKEA?
Yeah, same thing we just said.
Yeah,
I mean, but I like
I like the store too. Gives you some good ideas for like house decor, and yeah, I like that though.
That's what I'm using my heat first.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yep. So yeah, we're just gonna walk around here and just see what we see. This is so cute. I like this little couch for like a, I guess like a man cave for Keon. That color I really like. What you saying, babe? Oh yeah.
Not as spacious. This is more expensive. Really?
Oh yeah, it's almost double the price.
Yeah,
Look how big this is.
This reminds me of our old couch.
It does. Oh, that's a good price for that.
Now, this would be nice for if we was moving at the one downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Big one like that.
There'll be enough space for it. All right, so we are leaving IKEA. We got a lot of good ideas, don't you think?
Yeah, a lot of good ideas.
For our place. And so now we are heading to, where we heading, baby? What mall?
Americana, Glendale.
To Glendale Mall, Americana. And I have to jump on a quick meeting for work. And maybe Keanu will do some footage for us. You gonna do some footage in Americana, babe?
I don't know about that.
I guess we'll see.
I may not be. If I see some sneakers, I might forget all about y'all.
That's okay. He may do some footage for us. If so, you'll see it coming up. If not, then he decided not to do any footage for us. Or forgot. So, yeah. So after I get off of my meeting, then I'll hop back on here. Well, guys, we made it on back, and we had a pretty good day today. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we're going to get back on it with our videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. I'll let you see some of these night views. See you later.